Hi guys, it's Haley and welcome back to another video on my channel. This week I am a cow. I've actually never been a cow, but I thought, hey, let's try something different, right? Okay, this week I have a special guest, a very familiar face that you've probably seen many times before on my channel. Emily, and she is an elf, so we can call her Emily the Elf. Woo!
Yay!
And what did you bring today?
I brought popcorn from Santa himself.
Oh, cool. And why did you bring popcorn?
Because we are telling a story.
Ooh, a story, a ghost story. Sweet.
Yeah, so we incorporated our ideas and two other stories together.
Yeah, alright, so let's move along.
Jolly good joke you just had there. Anyway.
The story starts off a very, very rainy day at a college. Rachel and Skylar were enjoying their very last week at their college before they graduated. They were seniors. Skylar was invited to a party, so she went to the party. And she always goes to parties, so it was no surprise to Rachel, who decided to stay home because she had to study for their final test tomorrow. So she stayed home, and after a while of studying, she looked at the time and it was very late, so she thought she'd better go to bed, get an okay night's sleep, because at this time it was like 1 a.m. This college is weird for a way that there are dogs allowed in your rooms, but they're not allowed on the bed. So what Rachel does on nights that she's very nervous, maybe because she has this test the next day, she puts her hand over the side of the bed and lets her dog lick her hand. Skylar at the party was kind of just raising the roof, you know. Check the time. At this time it was now 4 a.m. She thought she better get home and get some sleep. She doesn't really care about tests though, but she came home anyways. The next day, about an hour before the test, Skylar said to Rachel, "Rachel, can you please help me with studying for this test? I really want to get an okay mark." Rachel, usually very nice and helpful, said, "There's no way that you're going to get a passing grade. You've put it off so far that there's only an hour before this test, but I can try." During the test, Skylar didn't know anything, so did her usual and looked over at Rachel. Rachel did her usual and covered her test with her elbow. That night was their last night. Skylar was invited to another party, so Skylar went to the party. Rachel had a very early flight to go home the next day, so she went home to bed. Since it's her last night, Rachel thought, I can let my dog on the bed, so the dog was sleeping beside her on her bed. But out of habit, she reaches her hand over the side of the bed and let it hang. Then she feels something licking her hand. She goes to look under the bed
And since Skylar was at the party, she was obviously having a great time. She forgot her purse in the room, however, so she went back, being as careful as she could not to wake up Rachel. She slowly twisted the doorknob open. Since all the lights were off in the room, she did not want to let the hallway light in, so she just quickly opened the door and grabbed her purse. As she was leaving the room, she smelled like this metallic-y, earthy smell. It was really gross and cringy, so she just left. I would leave too. I would want to get out of there as fast as I could. She went back to the party and had a great time. She came back at 7:15 in the morning, and her eyes were still adjusting to the really bright sunlight and everything that came along with it. So the pounding headache and everything else. She opened her bedroom door to see her roommate Rachel lying dead on the floor.
Dun dun dun! Dead.
In a pile of her own blood. Screaming, she startled some other roommates, a few doors down, and they came running to see what was happening. Shocked and speechless, they were pointing at the wall. Skylar looked at the wall, and in Rachel's blood, she read, "Good thing you did not turn on the lights."
And everyone screamed, "Ah!" again. And that's the end of the story. Should we do Ending Explained
By Emily the Elf.
Hello everyone, welcome to Ending Explained by Emily the Elf.
So, how she normally has her hand lying on the side of the bed where her dog licks it is out of habit for her. This time, since her dog was beside her, the killer, whatever it was under her bed licking her hand, which was weird. I cut her off while she was saying that.
Because the killer was under the bed, yeah.
To go to the party. So, as Skylar arrives home, the first time from the party, grabbing her purse, she smells a metallic smell. That is the smell of all the iron in the blood. I did not know that before I read the story, but yeah. Anyway, she smelled that. The lights were off, as I said.
When she went to get her purse.
Yeah, so she couldn't see anything, and she didn't want to see anything because she didn't want to wake up Rachel. And so That was when the killer was attacking Rachel.
So at the end of the story, when it said, good thing you didn't turn on the light,
it was because the killer was there, and in the morning the killer wasn't there because the deed was done and they left.
Wow, well, what a story that we just told. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And leave in the comments below if you'd like to maybe hear some more storytime videos from me and maybe from Emily the elf, or just Emily, you know. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!